Hello, beautiful sovereign souls, and a very Merry Christmas Eve to you. As the world twinkles with lights and anticipation, there's a unique magic in the air tonight. It's a time for connection, reflection, and often a deep sense of joy. But let's be honest, sometimes the holidays can also bring a different kind of energy, can't they? Amidst the cheer, there can be pressures, expectations, and even a little stress that can pull us away from that authentic peace we crave. It's a beautiful paradox, isn't it? Tonight, we're going to explore how you can navigate this festive season, and indeed, any season, from a place of true quantum sovereignty. We'll discover how to gently release those external pressures and tap into your unique inner blueprint to cultivate genuine joy and peace, making this holiday truly yours. So, what exactly are these pressures I'm talking about? In human design, we call it conditioning. Think of it like this: your unique human design chart is your original, perfect, energetic blueprint, who you truly are. But as we move through life, especially during times like the holidays, we're constantly interacting with the energy of others, with societal expectations, and with long-held family traditions. Our undefined centers in human design are like energetic sponges. They're open and receptive, designed to experience and amplify the energy around them. This is a beautiful gift. But without awareness, these open centers can also absorb and amplify energies that aren't truly ours. For example, if you have an undefined solar plexus, you might feel the amplified emotions of your family. If your ego center is undefined, you might feel pressure to prove yourself or overgive. During the holidays, these undefined centers can become particularly susceptible. We might find ourselves saying yes when we want to say no, feeling obligated to uphold traditions that no longer resonate, or even feeling a vague sense of anxiety that isn't truly ours, but rather an amplification of the collective holiday buzz. This isn't about blaming anyone, it's simply about becoming aware of how these energies can influence us. Now, here's where the magic of quantum physics comes in, empowering your quantum sovereignty. In quantum mechanics, there's a fascinating concept called the observer effect. Simply put, the act of observing something can change its outcome. This isn't just for subatomic particles, it's a profound metaphor for your life. You are the conscious observer of your holiday experience. You have the quantum power to choose your energetic state, to consciously decide what you observe, what you engage with, and what you allow to influence your inner world. Instead of being swept away by the currents of holiday expectations, you can step back, observe, and then consciously choose your response. This is the essence of reclaiming your sovereign energy. You're not a passive recipient of holiday stress. You are the architect of your inner peace. You get to decide what kind of energy you bring to this sacred time. So, how do we put this into practice tonight and throughout the season? Here are 2 simple yet powerful tips to help you decondition and embrace authentic joy. Observe, don't absorb. When you feel a surge of emotion, a sense of obligation, or an amplified energy that doesn't feel quite right, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this truly mine, or am I amplifying something from my environment? Just the act of observing it without judgment creates a space between you and the energy, preventing you from fully absorbing it. This is especially powerful for those with undefined emotional or identity centers. Honor your authority, your human design. Authority is your inner compass, your most reliable decision-making tool. During the holidays, there are countless invitations, requests, and traditions. Before automatically saying yes or no, check in with your authority. Is your sacral responding? Is your spleen giving you an intuitive hit? Is your solar plexus clear? A gentle no that honors your inner truth is a profound act of self-love and quantum sovereignty, allowing you to show up more authentically for the yeses that truly resonate. These aren't about being selfish, they're about being authentic. And when you are authentic, you bring your most joyful, peaceful, and sovereign self to every interaction. The wisdom and vulnerability of undefined centers. Beyond simply being open, undefined centers are profound areas of wisdom and potential, yet also points of conditioning. What is an undefined center, really? An undefined center, shown as white in your human design chart, isn't empty or broken. Instead, it's an area of openness, receptivity, and amplification. Think of it like a white canvas, ready to absorb and reflect the colors around it. When you're in the presence of others, your undefined centers take in and amplify their energy. This is why you might feel someone else's anger more intensely than they do, or their joy more exuberantly. While defined centers, colored in, provide consistent, reliable energy, undefined centers offer flexibility, adaptability, and the potential for profound wisdom. The challenge, especially during the holidays, is discerning what energy is truly yours versus what you're amplifying from others. This distinction is crucial for maintaining your sovereignty. The wisdom of the undefined. The true gift of an undefined center lies in its capacity for wisdom. Because you experience a wide spectrum of energy in these areas, you have the potential to become incredibly wise about them. For example, someone with an undefined solar plexus emotional center can become a master at navigating emotional landscapes, understanding the nuances of feelings without getting caught in their drama. An undefined sacral can teach you about sustainable energy and rest. This wisdom, however, only comes through conscious awareness and deconditioning, learning to observe the energy without identifying with it. The holidays, with their intense energy exchanges, offer a potent training ground for this wisdom. Let's break down how each undefined center might experience the unique pressures and joys of the holiday season. Undefined solar plexus, emotional center. This is perhaps the most impactful during the holidays. If your emotional center is undefined, you're a sponge for the emotions around you. Family gatherings, with their mix of old resentments, forced cheer, and genuine love, can be an emotional roller coaster. You might suddenly feel anxious, sad, or overwhelmed, only to realize later that these feelings weren't yours, but were amplified from a stressed relative. The wisdom here is to become an emotional barometer, sensing the emotional climate without letting it dictate your inner state. Undefined sacral life force and work, the holidays often bring an unspoken pressure to do it all. Cook, shop, decorate, socialize. If your sacral is undefined, you don't have consistent access to your own life force energy. You might find yourself saying yes to too many commitments, pushing yourself past exhaustion, and then crashing hard. The wisdom is in recognizing your limits and honoring your need for rest. Understanding that your energy is designed to be used efficiently, not constantly. This center is about spontaneous intuition, well-being, and safety. During the holidays, if your spleen is undefined, you might feel a heightened sense of anxiety or unease, especially in unfamiliar environments or with people you don't fully trust. You might cling to traditions or routines because they offer a sense of security. The wisdom is learning to trust your subtle splenic nudges about what feels truly healthy and safe for you, rather than succumbing to external pressures. Undefined ego, heart, willpower, and self-worth. The holidays can be a minefield for the undefined ego. There's pressure to prove your love through expensive gifts, to host the perfect party, or to be happy on command. You might feel compelled to overspend or overgive to feel worthy or loved. The wisdom here is to recognize that your self-worth is inherent and doesn't need to be proven through external actions or material possessions. Your value is not tied to your willpower or promises. Undefined, G-self, and identity. This center is about your sense of self, direction, and love. In the midst of family dynamics, if your G center is undefined, you might find yourself losing your sense of identity, adopting the roles or opinions of others, or feeling adrift. You might struggle with who am I when surrounded by strong family narratives. The wisdom is to anchor yourself in your own truth, spending time alone to reconnect with your authentic self, and understanding that your identity is fluid and ever evolving, not fixed by external circumstances. Undefined head and ajna, inspiration, and conceptualization. These centers deal with mental pressure, inspiration, and conceptual understanding. During the holidays, if these are undefined, you might feel immense mental pressure to figure everything out: what gifts to buy, how to make everyone happy, solving family problems. You might overthink every interaction or feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information and expectations. The wisdom is to release the need to solve everything mentally, allowing inspiration to come and go without attachment, and trusting that not everything needs to be figured out. Undefined throat, manifestation, and communication. The throat center is about communication and manifestation. If it's undefined, you might feel pressure to speak up, to be heard, or to initiate conversations, especially in lively holiday gatherings. You might struggle to express your needs or feel like your voice gets lost. The wisdom is to learn to communicate authentically, perhaps waiting for the right moment or invitation to speak, and understanding that your words carry power when they are truly aligned. Let's address some common thoughts and concerns viewers might have about undefined centers, especially during this time of year. Does having many undefined centers mean I'm broken or weak, especially during the holidays? Absolutely not. This is a common misconception. Having many undefined centers doesn't make you weak. It makes you incredibly sensitive, empathetic, and adaptable. You are designed to experience the world deeply, to sample and amplify energies, and through that, to gain profound wisdom. Your weakness is actually your superpower when understood and managed correctly. During the holidays, this means you have the potential to be the most compassionate and understanding person in the room, but you must also be the most diligent about protecting your own energy. How can I tell if it's my energy or someone else's when I'm feeling overwhelmed? This is the million-dollar question for anyone with undefined centers. Pay attention to sudden shifts in your mood or energy, especially when you enter a new environment or interact with a specific person. If you feel fine, then suddenly anxious after talking to a stressed relative, it's likely their energy. Also notice if the feeling dissipates quickly once you step away from that person or environment. Your body is your best indicator. Practice checking in. Is this truly mine, or am I amplifying? Over time, you'll develop a keen sense of discernment. Should I just avoid family gatherings if I have a lot of undefined centers? Not necessarily. While it's crucial to honor your energy, avoiding all social interaction isn't always practical or desirable. Instead, strategize. Plan for shorter visits. Identify a safe space you can retreat to, even if it's just the bathroom for a few minutes. Practice grounding techniques before and during the event, and have an exit strategy. Communicate your needs gently if you can, or simply take breaks as needed without explanation. Your well-being is paramount. What if my whole family seems to have undefined centers? Does that make it worse? If many family members have undefined centers, it can create a collective amplification effect. Emotions, stress, or excitement can build and bounce off each other, creating a very intense atmosphere. In such cases, individual awareness becomes even more critical. If one person can hold their center and not amplify, it can sometimes help to stabilize the collective field. It's a powerful reminder that everyone is doing their best with their own design. Is it possible to define an undefined center over time or make it less sensitive? No. Your human design chart is fixed at birth. You can't change an undefined center into a defined one. However, you can absolutely master its energy. This means learning to observe the energy that comes in without identifying with it, setting healthy boundaries, and using the wisdom gained from experiencing a wide range of energies. It's about becoming the conscious observer, not the victim, of your open centers. How does this relate to being an empath? Is it the same thing? There's a strong correlation. Many people who identify as empaths have multiple undefined centers in their human design chart, particularly the solar plexus, sacral, and spleen. Human design provides a precise map to how you are an empath, showing you the specific energy centers where you are most receptive and how to best manage that sensitivity. It moves beyond a general label to a personalized instruction manual. What's the difference between an undefined and an open center? In human design, undefined, white, means the center has no gates activated from within it, but it might have gates activated from other centers that connect to it. Open, completely white, with no activated gates at all, is a specific type of undefined center where there are no activated gates whatsoever. Both are receptive and amplifying, but a completely open center is even more so. For practical purposes, when we talk about managing energy, the strategies apply to both undefined and open centers. Tonight, as you gather with loved ones or enjoy a quiet moment, remember your power. You are a sovereign being capable of choosing peace and joy regardless of external circumstances. This Christmas Eve, give yourself the gift of presence and authenticity. This is just the beginning of understanding how your unique human design blueprint can guide you to a life of profound quantum sovereignty. In future episodes, we'll dive much deeper into specific centers, strategies, and authorities, showing you how to unlock even more personal peace and power. If you're curious to see your own unique blueprint and understand how your undefined centers might be influencing your holiday experience, you can get your free human design chart by clicking the link in the description below. It's the first step to reclaiming your authentic joy. From our hearts to yours, we wish you a truly peaceful, joyful, and sovereign Christmas Eve. May your quantum field be filled with love and light. See you soon. Happy holidays.